Good morning, everyone. We will start in a minute or two our presentation. We're just giving some couple minutes for people to, keep joining us. Lisa, can you share your screen to start the presentation?
Sinead, would you be able to just ensure that our colleague has presentation rights so that she can share the slides?
Sorry, we're just allowing some people to join us, so it's taking a little bit of time. So please be patient with us, and we're getting ready the presentation.
Can you share now? You can. You're in.
Lisa, are you able to share or not? I asked Dawn to give you. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to start because we're a little bit of have a delay here. But good morning, everyone. I'm Esnera Vargas. I'm a workforce consultant for Edmonton region. I cover northeast of Edmonton, St. Albert, Sturgeon County, Lamont County, Strathcona County, and Fort Saskatchewan. And I have with me my colleague, Dawn. So Dawn, can you introduce yourself?
Thanks, Sinead. Yes, I'm Don Marner. I'm also a workforce consultant out of Edmonton, covering south side Edmonton, parts of north side Edmonton, as well as Leduc County.
Okay, thank you, Dawn. And thank you everyone for joining us. This webinar is on the Alberta Advantage Immigration Program application streams. It's brought to you by the Workforce Consultant team. Each month, we hold a webinar on topics relevant to Alberta employers, so keep an eye on our newsletter and communications for future webinar and topics registrations.
Workforce consultants are a team within Alberta Ministry of Jobs, Economy and Trade that supports developing a strong and resilient labor force by providing employer outreach services in all regions of the province. Workforce consultants work primarily with employers, employer associations, business networks, chambers of commerce, and other regions focused on workforce development issues. Workforce consultants provide their stakeholders with knowledge and resources to address local and regional workforce attraction, recruitment, and retention.
We send out a monthly newsletter with upcoming programs, events, and grant information. If you would like to be added to the distribution list or get in contact with your workforce consultant, please email us at wfc@gov.ab.ca. And we can refer you to the workforce consultant in your region. I will add that email on the chat in a second.
Just some housekeeping items before we get started. As we do have a large number of guests registered for today's webinar, please note that your mic will be muted and your camera turned off for the duration of this webinar. If you have questions during the presentation, please type them into the Q&A box, and we'll be addressing them verbally when the presentation is completed. Please do not type your questions into chat. We will try to get to all the questions. We'll try to get all the questions answered within the allotted time frame today.
So this morning we have with us, with the Government of Alberta Ministry of Immigration and Multiculturalism, the following speakers: Tim Todovich, the Director of Alberta Advantage Immigration Program Branch; Lisa Ho, Michael Payette, Natalie Ore, all are operations managers for the AMP program; Jamie Carlson, Assessment Support Agent; and Amanda Cameron, Team Lead. So I will turn the mic over to Tim now to start the presentation.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Snida, for the introduction. I would ask, before I get started, I noticed that there is an artificial intelligence application being applied to the meeting in the chat. I would ask that it's disabled. I did attempt to disable it. We are just not in a position to authorize the artificial intelligence mechanism. Government of Alberta has certain standards around that, so I would ask that if there's a need for meeting notes or something thereafter, the presentation, we can do it that way. So thank you for your assistance in that regard. I did try to opt out and stop, but I don't know if the application accepted that. So I'm here to present with my colleagues on the Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. So we're going to go over some background in the current state, stream and flow charts, general overviews, future expectations, and processing times and contact information. So that's roughly the structure of the agenda. We currently deliver 8 streams and multiple pathways. Detailed eligibility criteria are available on our website. So I would indicate that although we are presenting content through this slide deck today to sort of assist with the delivery of this session, the source of truth for our criteria and the details on how to apply is always at our website. So since our program's inception in 2002, more than 92,000 nominations have been issued and more than 197,000 people were included in those nominations. And I think that's always really important to highlight, that the program has existed for quite some time and has facilitated permanent residence, not only for principal applicants, but their family members as well, and has made a significant contribution to the provincial economy and labor market over that time span. The program is operated by the Alberta government within the federally controlled immigration system, whereby the federal government approves AAIP criteria and nominees for permanent residence. So every nominee across the nation, no matter the provincial nominee program, has to meet 2 main factors to qualify for permanent residence. One is that they become economically established, that they're able to demonstrate that they have an ability to become economically established. And 2 is that they have an intention to reside permanently in the province. So in addition to medical, criminality, and security screening by the federal government, those 2 factors have to be met by every single provincial nominee. So as a result, when provincial nominee programs are designing their criteria, it does have to go through federal approval processes to ensure that the criteria is designed to support those 2 main factors. The federal government also provides the province's annual nomination certificate allocation. Sorry, do you mind going back a slide, please? Thank you. The federal government does provide the province's annual nomination certificate allocation. So we are limited in the number of nominations that can be issued annually. So in 2023, it was 9,750, and that was a 50% increase from 2022. We are in the process of receiving confirmation of our allocation for this year. Next slide, please. So we have more than 7,400 applications that need to be assessed. So we do have a large inventory. Next slide. And we have issued more than 2,600 nominations in 2024 so far. So we are already on a path towards 9,750 allocations in the sense that we would be on track to be meeting the allocation no matter what it is for 2024 with over 2,600 nominations issued and a very large application inventory that still needs to be assessed. Our current